Hi Sagittarius, here's your horoscope for March 2024, brought to you by planetswithin.com. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. Okay, time seems to be moving very rapidly. We're already at the third month of 2024, and this month's focus is really going to be on your foundation, your stability, your home life. This is because when we look at the bottom of this chart here, notice all these planets. We have 7 planets all at the bottom part of your chart. So with the sun going through Pisces this time of the year, it's always about the home, a foundation, real estate matters. Maybe you're adding on an addition to your home. Maybe you're thinking about remodeling or something of that nature. But this time we have Saturn here, we have Mercury here, and we have, of course, Neptune here, all in Pisces. And so the imagination is fertile. The sensitivity is very high. But we also have Mars and Venus that are in air signs, along with Pluto in the third house of communication. So there seems to be a month where there's a lot of communication having to do with the home life or talking to neighbors and important people that you need to discuss matters with about the future, about the neighborhood, about maybe you're getting into politics and you're running for some sort of official post. That is a possibility here as well. Your ruler Jupiter is now moving forward, so there's nothing really slowing you down. And notice there are no planets in retrograde, which is wonderful. That means the energy is moving forward. And with Jupiter here in the 6th house, along with Uranus, there's a lot of change to your daily routine. Or you're finding new ways of being more creative with your daily routine. If you're someone that owns horses, there's definitely the responsibility of taking care of horses or pets. This is the 6th house of pets, and Sagittarians are associated with horses. And so, there's a lot of stuff going on. Look at the bottom horizon here. So it has to do with the emotional side of life, the inner part of life, things that you could focus on, family matters, foundations, and all of that seem to be the general theme. But the second half of the month, when the Sun and Mercury both leave Pisces and go into the 5th house of creativity and fun, this is where the energy gets more active, okay, for many of you. So this reading is for anyone who has a rising sign in Sagittarius, or if you have a sun sign in Sagittarius, this is a general sun sign reading. And again, it has to be very general because everyone's birthday is different and everyone's birth chart is different. So this is the overview or the general overview of a sun sign reading. So as we could see here, major sort of reinvention that's taking place here on an emotional level, on a foundational level. I just get the feeling from many of you that a desire to move or move about the cabin is going to be very strong for many of you because of all this energy in this 4th house. And then the second half of the month, we also have Mars and Venus going into the 4th house. Unless you're having big celebrations of some kind, that is the other possibility here with all of this energy in the 4th house. So let's take a deeper look at what the planets are doing this month. So first of all, on the 9th and the 10th, we have Mercury entering Aries. Now, Mercury in Aries works very well because it's very sharp, very quick-witted. Mercury in Pisces is more imaginative and maybe starts to feel sorry for oneself or more emotional. But with Mercury in Aries, it's all about moving forward. It's all about action. It's all about speaking one's mind. The brain cells are firing very rapidly when Mercury is in Aries. So the need to express yourself. Maybe you have an important conversation with a loved one or a child. Maybe you have a new project that you're needing to focus on and it's taking a lot of your attention. And so this is going to be a top priority as Mercury makes its way through Aries the entire month, starting from this point. So use that energy to your advantage. This is the 5th house, so it represents having more fun, thinking outside the box, maybe even traveling, taking some short trips, to get that energy moving. So that could be a possibility here as well. But around the same time, we also have a new moon in Pisces, and that is going to light up that 4th house again. It's going to be at 20 degrees of Pisces, wherever that is in your actual birth chart. That's the area that's going to be lit up. But a 4th house, a solar event is usually highlighting that energy. So it's a new moon. So the next 2 weeks, there's something new in your home life, your feelings, your foundation, your family dynamics. This is all going to be highlighted. It could pertain to something to do with health matters because this new moon is going to be aligned to Uranus and Jupiter, your ruler, in the 6th house. So maybe you're taking care of a loved one, or they're taking care of you, or maybe you have a sick animal or something that you need to take care of, and it's getting better, or something along those lines. Again, it's very general. But again, it's showing me some sort of energy here. So maybe you're thinking about buying land. Maybe you're expanding the house. Maybe you're remodeling. Maybe you're looking at different colors. Maybe you're buying some new furniture. This all pertains to this 4th house with the new moon in Pisces. So see how it plays itself out in your life. Now, Venus enters Pisces as well. So as you can see here, now Venus enters the 4th house. So again, this to me is indicating decoration, painting, remodeling, a partnership of some kind. Maybe you're doing some work around the house and you have contractors that you have to, partner up with, and you have agreements with, I'll do this kind of work for this much money. If it's none of those, it could be celebration in a house, like someone's birthday and you're having celebrations with a partner or a relationship or a sibling for that matter, because this is the house of the home and the foundation and the family. And so Venus here is going to, want to beautify your environment, make things more beautiful and appealing and just nice in some way, especially in the sign of Pisces, which has a very vivid imagination. And so Venus is all about that. It's all about making things nice and pretty, and it could be as simple as a candlelight dinner with a loved one. That sort of thing, more romantic in a sense. So take advantage of it while this Venus is traveling through your 4th house. Now the sun enters Aries on the 19th and 20th. Now the energy begins to completely change. And so the sun going through Aries is impulsive. It's motivated. It wants to drive. It wants to move forward. It wants to go. And in the 5th house, it has to do with new creativity, something fun and exciting, and something that needs to change. And this is the kind of energy that's coming in here with Mars, with the Mars energy. Aries is associated with Mars. And so this is setting the stage for, like I said at the beginning, the new year beginning, the astrological new year that begins around this time. It's when the sun begins its ascent to the highest point in the chart, and this is signified by the sun crossing over the ecliptic and starting to go upward. This is why the major holidays have, celebrations like Easter and Passover. They're talking about the sun rising over the equinox there, the equator. And so this is a very important time for new things and new creativity. So keep that in mind. Now, the interesting part is Mars, the ruler of Aries, is now going into Pisces on the 22nd and 23rd. Once again, emphasizing something to do with the home life. If you have grandchildren, let's say, maybe they're having children, maybe they're spending time with loved ones, and you're going to other people's homes and stuff like that. Now, Mars in Pisces does not really work that well, because Mars is a get up and go, fiery energy that wants to do and wants to accomplish. And in the sign of Pisces, it's emotional and sensitive and feels sorry for oneself. So there may be a tendency to sulk and maybe not feel as optimistic as you usually are, you see. But it has either something to do with family dynamics, or something that's not moving forward fast enough for you. And so, again, it could be something with a family or a health matter or something along those lines as well. But again, it depends on your actual birth chart and where everything lines up. But Mars going through this part of your chart will definitely make you more sensitive and intuitive at this time. So pay attention to the dreams and the visions. And last but not least, we have the first eclipse of the year, which is a lunar eclipse in Libra, 5 degrees, right here in your 11th house. Now, lunar eclipses are usually realizations, coming to terms with something or someone, and conclusions, endings. This is all usually associated with lunar eclipses. So maybe there is something that you're, a partnership or a friendship that's not working anymore. Maybe there's a club membership that you want to close down. Maybe there's something to do with, a banking system or an organization that's not working for you anymore that needs to be let go of. Maybe it has something to do with not you, but indirectly a family member and their relationship that's not working very well. And it's time to let go of that. Whatever it is, it's going to highlight something to do with your public appearance. It could have something to do with technology as well, because this is the 11th house. But it has to do with a realization for the most part. Are you in a happy environment in your current situation that you find yourself in? And so that's what I'm suggesting here with this lunar eclipse in Libra. Libra's about balance and fairness, but it absolutely represents partnerships. And the ruler of this eclipse is Venus right here in Pisces. So it's a very emotional time. It could be a very sensitive time. It could be, realization time about your home, about your environment, about the people in your life. It's going to be making a favorable alignment to Pluto, which again represents a transformation of some kind in your thinking or mental capacities. And if it's not you, it could be somebody else in your family, because again, Libra is about other people. And so how you relate to them and so on. So this is going to be an interesting month for many. But again, we're dealing with a lot of emotions and some new projects and creativity and going in a new direction, especially next month when the solar eclipse lights up this 5th house. So that's going to be really powerful. And I'll get to that next month. But anyway, do the best you can, Sagittarius. Always remember, we are spiritual beings having human experiences. So make it a great month, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.